Hey guys, G here. Good morning, good afternoon. This is our channel, The Elemental Awakening. So please subscribe, like, comment if you like these videos, share them with your friends. Today's video is called Tomato Soup for the Soul. No, not tomato soup, tomato salad for the soul. Sorry, we're not making tomato soup. And it's not a play. I guess it is a play on chicken soup for the soul. So it's about awareness. It's about mindfulness. So mindfulness is the practice of just being aware of your surroundings, being in the present moment. And I found that gardening is an amazing practice of mindfulness and awareness as you go through the garden. Not only can you become aware of all this life and these plants and how they express themselves, but also how that applies to us as well. So in my garden, I have all these heirloom tomatoes, which I probably cannot name, but they all are so unique and different. I'll talk about that in a minute. Here's a purple tomato. Got these little sweet orange ones, but you've never seen a yellow cucumber before. And this one looks just delicious. So, part of it is being aware of where your food comes from. Have you ever grown food before? And when you're growing it, there's this interaction of, taking care of them, plucking the dead leaves, and just being grateful for this gift of a fruit, or I guess tomato could be a fruit or a vegetable. And it's so amazing how there's like a little joint at the tip of the tomato, which just allows you to pop it right off. Like it was designed for us. And I think most people these days, especially these younger generations, have no connection where their food comes from or no appreciation for the process that it goes through and how nourishing it can be when you eat something that's fully ripened to maturity on the vine. It just tastes different and you connect with it differently, especially when you grow it yourself. So I highly recommend you give it a try. But the point here also is having awareness of everything that you put in your body, on your body, from both a toxicological perspective and energetic. Is your food being plucked when it is still green and ripening on a truck, or is it ripening in the sun? I posted something online about eating meat not too long ago when I was at a vegan festival, and some people were emotionally charged, and I got some interesting responses. And I don't think there's anything wrong with eating meat. I think there's a lot of things wrong with the meat industry and the way meat is produced, and dairy, and the amount of torture that a lot of these animals go through. But there's not much I can do about it except choose not to participate in that. But if you do choose to participate, I think it's a really amazing practice of awareness to hunt, to go on an actual hunting excursion, to be a part of that process, to give thanks to that animal who's giving its life for you, to sustain yourself, and see what it's really all about. That would be an interesting experience to really understand how the meat gets to your table. And if you really support, eating conventional meat, then maybe you should go to a factory farm and see the conditions going on there. It might change the way you think about eating meat, or fishing, or whatever it is. Just going there and taking the life from the animal, but giving thanks. In native traditions, they usually use the whole animal. They really give thanks to the whole process of this cycle of life. So just having some awareness around that and how that affects you, I think is super important. So just having awareness on food, using food as an opportunity for mindfulness, even when you're eating it, saying a prayer before you have the food, putting some intention, and really just appreciating every bite, every texture, every sensation, being mindful to that energy and expression it's giving off. And it got me to think about how I express myself. Each tomato is showing it up in a different way, trying to get my attention. And they all look different in this case. And it made me really think about, in life, how certain people find it easy to express themselves while others find a lot of difficulty. And just having that awareness of, how do you choose the things that you like? Or do you choose the things that you don't like and just do the opposite of it? How you dress. If you look around, 10 people that you're closest to, do you guys all dress the same? Do you guys drive the same cars? Do you guys do the same things? And then you might pose your question, am I being myself? Or is there someone in this group I'm mimicking? Or are we collectively trying to be someone that is not ourselves? I've noticed at different points in my life where I would tend to try to fit into a group. You want to just blend in as much as possible. And I don't think that's the point. I think the point is finding your own uniqueness, finding your own gifts and strengths. And that comes from a place of self-love. When you love yourself, you'll be less hesitant not express yourself. So you'll feel this urge to want to be yourself more when you love yourself, because it doesn't matter what other people on the outside are thinking. So going out of your way, maybe not going out of your way, but just really not worrying about what other people think and getting comfortable with that is one of the keys to self-love. And really focusing on being yourself by the things that you love, not by the things you hate. So don't define yourself by what you don't like. Oh, I don't like this sports team. Oh, I don't like this food. Or I'm not that kind of person. But rather, what are you? You know, I love doing this. I love eating that. I love cooking. I love dancing. And use that to express who you really are. Okay? So those are just some tips that I've been playing with over the last little while. And, you know, just grateful for the reminder in the garden of how different everything can be and express itself and come together to make a beautiful, unique, fresh tomato salad with a lot of love and gratitude, and every part can express itself in its own unique way that makes the medley so powerful. Like our humanity and human beings, how all these different elements coming together make it what it is. Art, culture, even fashion. Don't be afraid to be yourself. Grow yourself on the vine until you fall off freely, and find yourself in a tomato salad. So that's just the video for today I want to share. If you have any comments, anything that resonates, or anything that you think was silly that you want to challenge me on as well, I'd love to talk about that. So leave a comment below, like, subscribe, join our channel. New podcast coming out soon. Really excited about that. If you know anyone that you want me to interview, please connect me with them. Send an email to awaken@goelemental.ca. Have a great day. Peace.